This movie's about Desiree. Desiree is the one that I rescued from Cheyenne last year. She wants to come up here. She's got a grand total of $500 for rent somewhere. I'm not sure if this is a good place for her. But it's her decision, not mine. She got a hold of me on Facebook, but I'm on a Facebook ban, so I can't reply. I had a friend get a hold of her. Hopefully, she'll see the message. Send her my number. Now, there's about a 99% chance that the person that stole all my stuff up there in my place in Sidney, Nebraska last year, there's a 99% chance that Desiree's the one that stole it because she stole the stuff, or the stuff that was missing was the stuff that is worth money. The stuff that somebody would fence off in order to buy drugs, and she has a meth habit. But also, she's still a human being to me. She's more important than those things. Just like Tabby and her kids and Graham, they're more important than my tools. You know, I got those tools to make the world a better place. The castle idea. It's so that we can have a place for people who are suffering as a result of the blindness, selective blindness of the American people. That castle, that's the same as Amanda and Lana having their own place. It's the same as Miss Jerry having her own place. It's the same as Dan having his own place. It's the same as Shannon having her own place. It's a place where you're safe from the victimization that happens when you're homeless. A safe place. My dad's place wasn't safe. My dad just wouldn't get it through his head that he needed to listen for once. Now, that call that I made to him from California, that is the best he has ever listened my entire life. When he got out of prison, he got custody of my older brother, Rabbit, first. And then he got custody of me. When it comes to morality, my family got the short end of the stick. But Rabbit will stick up for you. He believes in doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do. Same as me. He's just got a different moral construct than I do. I believe having sex with a woman who's on drugs or alcohol, I consider it rape. Most of the women I know don't consider that rape, but they might in the morning if they wake up with someone ugly. Black Lives Matters, they need to get their heads out of their ass. They really do. I'm fighting for black rights, same as my rights, because I do see them as the same thing. I don't want the American people believing that the Constitution is, well, what it's being used for now. But as long as the law and the courts are going to use the Constitution for toilet paper, the American flag is muddied and brown. It stinks. This country sucks. People from foreign countries, they get more out of life than we do because our lives are pretty much spent in their entirety working to make the government happy so they don't take everything from us. Meanwhile, if we get injured for just a month or two, we lose it all anyway. When we retire, we don't have enough to retire on, do we? So retirees have to get jobs in order to cover the expenses. And then they lose part of their retirement because they got a job. I don't get that. I don't understand how that works. How they paid in their entire lives for that insurance. And our government spends it to lock up homeless people. We need safe places for women and children to go when they're in an abusive situation. A place where they won't be victimized, sent into the system, or into homelessness, or both. Because when you're homeless, well, the cops do everything they can to try to make you disappear. A lot of people say I forgive people too easily. No, all you have to do is ask. I would have forgiven Maddie if she'd asked for it. I would have forgiven Alicia if she had asked for it. Instead, she wanted to play head games. The things that Dan did, the things that he typed at me, they were mean and cruel. They were from a mean place. But he talked to me like a human being on the phone there, didn't he? That makes all the difference in the world. The difference between screaming and listening. When I called up Miss Peaches when I was up in northern Wyoming, and I was screaming at her the whole time I was on the phone, she understood I wasn't screaming at her. I was just screaming because I was frustrated. People get scared when I scream, but I'm not allowed to get scared when they scream. So I do my best to save my screaming for the internet. So you can be afraid. You can be afraid of your boogeyman. Meanwhile, all the people that got hurt since Natalie passed away, all of the people that I physically harmed me first. Forced drugs into me, or tried to break my wrist while I was already in cuffs. I'm glad Darren O'Connor spoke. He didn't know he was being recorded. Most of these people didn't know they were being recorded. I don't hide who I am. I'm not Ted Bollinger. I'm not going to go raping your kids. I'm not Tim Beeson. I'm not going to go hanging out at your high school to try to impress some little girl with my bike. The thing is, most of these people who were victimized protected their predators. I protected them from their predators. Natalie never once said that I sexually molested her. Not to anyone. She never once said that I raped her. Matter of fact, she said the contrary. But getting people to look at that. Fuck. What a bunch of fucking idiots. Why is it that your sorry is supposed to mean something, but mine doesn't? Why is it that your God makes it okay for you to threaten my life for things I didn't do? How is it that your God is going to forgive you for playing victim and destroying people's lives? Why would your God do that, but won't forgive people who are saving lives, who are of a different religion?